And one thing I like when I get to come here and talk to people, I want you guys to ask me whatever questions you want to know about, whether it's UFC, fighting, my kids, the fire department, whatever. So when I'm done speaking, we'll open up for questions. So just hold on for the end. So as you can see, a lot of what I do is about the fire department and the fighting. Fighting is kind of what most people know me for. They see me on TV, they know about that. But like we was talking about earlier, I'm also on the fire department here in Indianapolis for the past almost 14 years now. So I've been doing that for a long time. I'm also married and I got 4 kids. I've been doing that for even longer. So just different aspects of me, what I do. But the funny thing is, you hear that? It's kind of making a funny noise with me. Anyway, the thing is, when I start coming to talk about this, they see my shirt. I'm talking about anti-bullying stuff. Kind of talk about being nice to each other, treating everybody fair. It's funny because most people see my little highlight video. They see me walking around, they see me punching people. They see me choking people. They see me kicking or whatever, and they're thinking, man, what does this guy have to say about not bullying people? Look at him. He's a bully. He tells people what to do. If they don't do it, he hits them. If they don't do what he wants, he intimidates them. He scares them into doing what he wants. And that's not true. I mean, you might see that on there, but that's a sport. I've been there and people are guys, some of those guys are my friends. Some of those guys are people I really like hanging out with. It's a sport and I have to do that. So, the reason that people think I'm a bully, they see that, but they don't know me and they don't know my life. They don't know what I went through. They don't know what made me think the way I do. I'd like to tell you guys a little bit about why I think the way I do. When I was a kid, I was probably the smallest kid in my class. Matter of fact, when I went to high school and I was on the wrestling team, I wrestled the 103-pound weight class, which is the smallest. I weighed 103 pounds as a freshman. That was like the smallest guy on the team. I was a little guy. I wasn't big. I wasn't strong. In addition to that, when I lived, even before high school, when I was in grade school and everything, I was the smallest kid in my neighborhood because I lived in a small neighborhood and there wasn't many kids. Only kids there were older. So when I was in 3rd grade, I was hanging out with the kids in like 6th grade. So I was really small for my class and I'm hanging out with older kids. So the thing with that is, hanging out with older boys, all we would like to do was go out and play sports all day. And when we did that, I was pretty good at sports. So when I would do that, I wouldn't like it. When I do good at football, when I do good at basketball, and I make them look bad, what would they do? They would like to beat me up. I mean, there was nothing I could do. These kids were not older than me. They were stronger than me. And that's what happened. They would like to try to beat on me when they could. And the thing was, I always made it to where I want to spend time with them so much. I want to play. I want to be an athlete. So I always came back no matter what happened. No matter how many times they beat me up, whatever. So after a while, these guys really came to respect me. They would let me come, hang out with them all the time, whatever. So the thing I always remember though, is sometimes I'd be hanging out with these guys and a new guy would come play football with us. And if I made him look bad, if I did something good, and this guy would try and start picking on me, start trying to beat me up or whatever, my older friends, they would stand up for me then. They would look at this guy and tell him, you're not going to touch Chris. So that always made a big impression on the man. I was like, yeah, this is nice. I want to do it. But I always remember they would stand up for me. Why everybody good. So what I mean by that, you guys have different class, you were like in the video room, you be friends with a lot of people there. You go to the metal shop, you be friends with there. You be friends with the football players, wrestlers, actors, all that stuff. When you train them, just like you know, you're treated with your class. So most people in the house are really little groups. You hang out with this group, or you hang out with that group. And all the people there, what kind of shoes you're wearing, what your haircut looks like, how much fun you have, how much fun your parents have. You just see people have everyone nice to them, you show your ass back. And that was really rare, man. I didn't know anybody else in school to hang out with other groups. Like I said, I think you guys are like behind those places. You hang out with these little people. Are you hanging out? Huh? That's good. That's good. The boss is like that. You just hang out with a group. Always made him realize that my buddy, I don't want to be like that. Because everybody like this food to be like everybody in the is doing. And then you kind of grow up and think about that. So, that doesn't know what kind of person I want to be as a dog just the whole time. I want to be somebody who say up for the people and somebody who will treat people the way they want to be treated. Now, what brings you to do this stuff with the bullying? What is that? What do you think they're going to do out of this? Okay. Well, what really brings me to this bullying thing is you talk about it. I got how many times? 4, there you go. I got 4 kids, right? Now, my son's 19, I have a 17-year-old, I got a 13-year-old, I got a 11-year-old. My 11-year-old son's at his date, and his date has autism. Does anybody know what autism is? You do? Does anybody know anybody with autism? Okay, can you tell me how they act? They act different, that's right. They act different. I know that about myself. I know myself acts different.
So,
He knows that good.
speakers of them are self-adjusting, so you can never turn it up. It matches his volume to make it sound like him.
So he's like that.
If he talks louder, it would be like,
I got new batteries.
You're a popular guy. That don't sound much better than that. What do you guys think? A or B? A? I should have put up the vote. Okay. We're going to go with this for now. If you have any problems, yeah. Okay. So, we're talking about, my son not being able to control things. Other people, there's certain things they can't control either. The way they dress, how they certain things they look. What about, people might make fun of the color of your hair. People might make fun of certain things. Certain things people don't have any control over. The thing I notice about that, the people who are always trying to put people down, make them feel bad, they're going to have to look at themselves. The thing is, has anybody ever been really happy, having a real good time, and you're thinking, man, this is fun. I just wish that guy wasn't having fun right there. That never happens. Nobody's having a good time. It wasn't other people feel bad for no reason. The thing is that people, sometimes when they feel bad about themselves, I don't know why, they have insecurities about themselves. They like to make other people feel worse than they do. That makes them feel better about themselves. They're like, hey, if I feel better about myself now because he's not having a good time, that's no way to be. You see, what I'm trying to tell you guys, the best way to be is if you make other people feel good, you make yourself feel even better. That's what I've been trying to do. Work at the fire department, that's a great feeling. But you guys saw me on the fight thing right there. I've been fighting for years, man. I fought in Indianapolis. I fought in UFC here, and I probably had 15,000, 16,000 people who were cheering my name and cheering for me when I won. Everybody was cheering for morning. It was great. That was a good feeling to have everybody looking up to you and to be like you. I was loving it. But I'll be honest with you, man, I didn't feel as good by doing that as I do by working on the fire department. It's just been very good being at the fire department. Every time I'm able to go do something where I feel like I help save somebody's life, man, I feel good about myself. I'm very happy. It's a great thing. Now, unfortunately, I wish I could come here and talk to you guys and tell you guys all this stuff, tell you guys to be nice to each other, and everybody's like, okay, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Last year there was 9,396 different reported cases of bullying in the state of Indiana. That's a lot. That's reported. That's like 52 cases every day are being reported. And it's probably 10 times that many that are being reported. So, I'd like to give you guys a little bit of stuff that we can do if things are happening being bullied. A couple things you can do if something you see like this is happening. Some things you can do is you can try and fight back for it. Now, when I say fight back, I don't necessarily mean physically. I mean, standing up for yourself is fighting back. Remember when I was talking about when I was a kid, those guys used to continue to beat up everything. What did I do? I just kept coming back. Every day when we come, spend time, learn how to play sports, do things with those guys. So when you get stepping up and continue to stand up for yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. I've seen people who will not stand up for themselves no matter what, and I never understood it. I'm like, you're bigger, stronger than this guy. You can at least physically stand up for yourself when they don't. Now sometimes that's not possible to physically stand up for yourself. There's 5 guys trying to punch you in the face, you're not supposed to stand up. So sometimes you might have to tell someone. You might want to tell a teacher, you might want to tell a parent, you might want to tell your friends or try to have your friends help you. There's nothing wrong with that either. But what I'm really hoping I can convey to you guys, I really want you guys to learn and understand. And what I want is I want you guys to start standing up for each other. So let's say we're a thing and you are picking on her, but I would like to see you standing up for this girl right here. Would you do that? She would. So, by that I mean, that's the thing that's going to make you guys all feel better about yourself in here. You can actually stand up for somebody else. I still look at those guys who stood up for me like man, I was in 3rd grade. It was a long time ago. These guys were in 6th grade. That was a long time ago. But to me, I still look at these guys like they're heroes to me. I mean, they stood up for a little guy like me. It changed my life, man. I mean, because they were able to do that, like I said, it gave me confidence. It made me think I was good at stuff. It made me know that I'm important because these guys are going to stand up for other kids for me. And now I need to go home and think I can do good things. I can get on the fire department. I can become a professional athlete, fight the cage. I would have done that if people would make me feel like I'm bad on my whole life. I was telling the other class earlier about a guy named the Unabomber. Anybody heard of Unabomber? Anybody? The Unabomber. Unabomber. The guy's name. This was a fighting for you guys got. The guy's name was Ted Kaczynski. They were looking for him for a long time. He was the Unabomber. This guy, when they finally found out who he was, this was a guy who was a genius. He had an IQ of 167. And he was so smart they moved him ahead of his grade. He was like, instead of being in 7th grade, they moved him up to like 10th grade, 9th grade. And he didn't fit in because he was very smart, trying to speak to himself. And he got picked on. He said in his Bible there, it talked about him being bullied constantly. People picked on him because he was smarter than them and he was lower than them. And so this guy, he never felt like he fit in. So this guy goes on to MIT, genius, does really good work. And instead of this guy going out, if you're really smart like that, what should he be doing? He should be getting something. He should be finding new forms of energy more. So we should be doing things like Einstein did for us. But what did this guy do? This guy decided to go to a cabin in the middle of the woods and he would build bombs. And he put them in the mail. And then somebody get a package and they open it up and they blow up. He killed people. Well, why did this guy do that? Let me think. Why was he doing that? Was he crazy? Nah, man, this guy, he was a genius. People start bad about themselves as well. He felt like he didn't fit in. He felt like he was the last shot in the back of people. That's how he started doing. So I was looking at me with my life when I was a little kid, people doing mean things to me, but somebody actually stepped up and did something nice for me. Or what if nobody had done anything nice for me? I don't know. Maybe I'd be out the woods trying to blow people up. I don't know. I can't tell you that because it didn't happen. My point of the conversation here today, I'm trying to tell you guys don't understand the impact you have on the people around you. This group over here might be spending time with each other, but if they're treated you badly, it happens all the time. It's going to be pretty bad when bad things happen. But if you guys can actually step up and treat people good, maybe some great things can happen out here. Maybe somebody here could go on to do something really good. Maybe they can cure disease. Maybe they could keep orders going on right now. Maybe somebody can cure that. I don't know. They can do negative stuff, but they treat you negatively. You know? So, main point thing I'm trying to let you guys know is, if you guys want to feel good about yourself, if you want to feel like a hero, I've been on both ends of that. I've been the guy who looks up to people, and now I'm trying to be the guy who people look up to for standing up to people. But you can all be that. If you actually will do stuff, you see somebody getting picked on, you see somebody getting left out, you see somebody getting mistreated, and you will stand up to them and say something about it or do something about it, I promise you feel better about yourself. It's a very good feeling to have people look up to you. And I'm trying to let you guys all get that feeling at some point. And that can be here soon as you see something going on. So I really hope you guys listen to that. Why would you guys not want to feel better about yourself? I want to feel better about myself. That's why I'm on the fire department. That's why I go there and work, and that's why I continue to try to do the right thing and help people, because I know I want to go to bed, I want to feel good about myself, and when I wake up, I want to feel good about myself. I'm trying to get you guys to listen, so everybody wants to feel better about themselves, and this is the best way to do it. So, appreciate you guys listening to that part. I'm going to open this up for questions here. I'm going to start with, see if you have anything for me. Okay. I mean, when people watch those videotapes and they see the fights, a lot of people think, man, that must take a lot of time to train. And I say, you have no idea. The thing I don't like is there's only 24 hours in a day. I'm trying to work it where there's like 30, but I can't get that done. So there's 24 hours in a day. I don't have enough time to do everything I want. I want to do a lot of things, but unfortunately, I work 14 hours a week at the fire department. I got 4 kids I try to spend time with them as well. I was also trying to train full-time for fighting. That takes a lot of time. You have to be there every day, many hours a day. And people are trying to figure out, well, how are you able to do all that? And I said, well, the main thing was I always had to know what was important to me. And whatever's important to me is what I was going to have to try to do. For example, people say, well, Chris, would you like to go golfing? I'm like, man, I don't golf. I don't do anything like that. Like, Chris, you like to go hunting? I've never gone hunting. I've never been hunting in my life. Would you like to go play cards with moves? Like, I like those things. I don't get to do those things. I don't have time. Why not? Because I know what I want to do. I want to be on the fire department. And I want to continue to fight. I want to spend time with my family. So I got to prioritize my life and not waste time doing other things that are important. I always have to keep that in mind. I have to know what's important to me, and that's what I'm going to spend my time doing. So it's just about putting every ounce of energy and effort into the things I want to do. I always have people come up to me and they say, Chris, I want to go to the fire department. I said, okay, well, what are you doing? And they just look at me like, well, what do you mean? I said, well, what are you doing to get on the fire department? And I applied. I'm like, you applied? Well, have you taken your EMT class yet? No. Have you taken firefighter 1 and 2 at Ivy Tech yet? No. Have you volunteered at a department? No. know? When you can do anything, you put in an application, that's not going to happen. You have to do everything in your power if you want to accomplish your goals. I don't care what that is. What you go to graduate from college, or have you done all the extra work in high school? Have you really talked to the college about what you have to do to get in? Have you talked to the counselor? Have you taken practices to have you go on the SAT? I mean, there's a lot of things you can do, but it's not going to happen if you don't do it. If you just hope it happens, it's not going to happen. You got to do everything in your power to make that happen, and then it will happen. So even if not, I believe in the fighting. I didn't win every fight, but I did everything I could to do. You can't win them all, but as long as you go out there and you give it everything you have, you'll be happy with yourself. Okay, what other questions do we got here? Who wants to ask a question? Oh, we got one right here. That's here. That's here. Yes, no. That's here. That's a big problem. This is the problem. Well, I mean, you don't have to get like physical with them, but unfortunately, that happens sometimes. But I mean, but I'm not saying that some of those parents, if she says I'm dirty, but that's enough. No room for that. Why you have to be making fun of because of that? You can do different things you get in and try and not necessarily getting a big argument with them and you say, you can look at yourself in the mirror before you start talking about somebody else out there. There's different ways you can try and pacify the situation without escalating it to where it becomes ugly. You say try to be respectful as you can to try and let them know that let this girl know that you're with her and let other people know that, she's not just attacking as a person by herself. I think the more people you get to get on your side, you're like, yeah, people are going to sit there and keep trying to argue and fight back with you if they know that they're not, there's many people fighting against him and they're going to give up. So just anything you can do to let this person know that they're not alone and to try and stop them from doing a good thing. I've never met the go-go. I do know some boxers. I do like the way the go-go is boxing, so I think it'd be a great fight. He's more of a guy like me. He's a brawler. He gets in there and bangs, and that's the kind of fighter I am. That's the kind of fighter I like to fight. So I would like to. I think unfortunately he's a little bit smaller than me. I think he's like about 154. Maybe 160, so I could probably fight him at 160, but I would like to fight with him for every one. Good thing to him. You're gonna bully him back, is that what you're saying? Well, here's the thing, I mean, the thing I notice about myself, if somebody was bullied for a couple of years or you were bullied, how does that make you feel? Make you feel good about yourself when you were bullied? No. I don't think you need to. You're not being any better than that person if you're doing the same thing. Why do you want to make them feel worse about themselves? Just because you get revenge, it doesn't make you feel any better about yourself. I want you to be looked up to by people. You want to look up to if you're bullying somebody and being mean to them. You got to be better at that. Just because you don't want to be down here at this level, I want you to be up here, be above that type of thing. There's no one that, if you're not being bullied by that person anymore, you stand up for yourself or whatever, there's no reason to make them try to do that. They probably, look, if they were a bully before, they already have problems. They're already not happy with themselves. Like I said before, nobody's happy with themselves and what other people will feel worse. So if that person's already dealing with those problems, and they're not able to bully you anymore, their life is probably getting even worse. The best real news you can have is just living a good life and being above that, and then that person's going to feel even worse. So don't try and make people feel worse. They don't feel bad already. So you just, that never bring you down by trying to make somebody else out. I want you to keep going the other way and helping other people. So. What's wrong with my ears? Some people like my ears, right? No? Okay. That's the thing. People are asking if I want my kids to find me right. I don't want them to have ears like this, so no. This is from finding. This is some years of my ears. You have purple in your ears. And when you box them and do jiu-jitsu and all that stuff, they get broken. And the purple breaks and fills with blood. And I try to drain it. I don't get needles. And I stick it in my ear and suck the blood out. And then it'll be real purple. And it stick down. So now it's like a calcium deposit. It's real hard in there. And it's real hard so, yeah, both my ears are like that. It's not as bad as some guys are worried. Yeah, this is pretty bad, but that happens from just years of abuse and constantly getting punched and trust. So. Okay, well, let me think. You know, so I've fought for a long time. When I started fighting in 1998, probably, I don't know, it was a long time ago, probably before half the people were born. But, you know, when I first started fighting, they didn't keep all the records on the internet. So I know in boxing, I was 13-1-1. I think I had 7 knockouts. In MMA, I think I had somewhere close to 12 knockouts. So I have a lot of different knockouts in different sports and whatnot. So. But I actually had a lot of submissions too. I like to choke people, put them in circles and different things like that. I did a lot of things. There you go. Hey, yeah, that's good. Hold on. You too.
Selling your shirts anywhere you have
Keep going out for a while.
Chad has fitted forms. I'm going to get an email so we can print them out, pass them up to classes, whoever works best. And then I can come back in a week or two and pick them up and deliver.
Perfect, thank you.
You know what? I mean, the thing that really made me want to do the bullying for me wasn't like that. I didn't even think of it like that. I just wanted to spend time with people. I didn't care what they did. So the thing that makes me, well, the older I get, the more mature, the more I look at things a little differently. You'll see how unfair it is to treat people differently for things they can't control right now. People may say, you know, even if it's not, like, I understand my son has autism. Let's say if somebody now has autism, you don't understand what's going on in somebody's life. There could be a ton of different things that make them act the way they do. As a fireman, I've been on many different situations of runs where I go into a house and I'll see that, you know, this kid's not getting taken care of. His parents aren't giving him enough food. His parents aren't giving enough clothes. And if they get to go somewhere, we know the parents might be beating the kid. So all of a sudden, you got this kid who's supposed to be the person that's supposed to love him the most, isn't taking care of him the right way, and it's treating bad. And you expect that kid to be living that life and then go to school and act normal? He's not going to act normal, he's going to act different because he's not treated right. And all of a sudden now, because he's not acting the way you think he should, people are going to make fun of him at school. That's not right. I mean, that kid can't help it the fact that his parents are beating him. Our parents are beating him. And the older I get, I don't realize that when I was younger, but now that I'm older, I realize how it was going to hurt me. And it makes me sad for that kid, and it makes me even sadder that people around the school are making him feel worse about himself. And I can't have that. If there's anything I can do to try to stop it, I'd like to try to stop it. So I mean, I'm talking to you guys about that because, you know, if there's somebody like that, we need to try and help him to make him feel better about himself. So make him feel like people will believe, make me feel better about myself so that I know I could do great things. I mean, you know, hold on. Okay, the question here is more like if somebody hits you, to be to pick yourself the wrong way. And, you know, I might get told this. I don't even know what the school policy is on this stuff. I can't really comment on that, but I'm never going to be a fan of 100% like passive resistance. I'm never going to say if somebody's, physically trying to hurt you, then you should be able to protect yourself. Now, I'm not necessarily saying you should go above and beyond and hurt somebody if they use it, but I'm never going to sit there and say you should just sit there and take it and hopefully you can get to a teacher. That's a little unrealistic to me. I'm always a fan of you standing up for yourself in any way you have to. But there is a point. You can't just have somebody bump into you and you jump up and start beating them real bad. So every touch you can't do that. It has to be justified. And you have to do what you want to defend yourself. And you can't start it and say, well, I hit me too. Now, that's how I'm talking. I'm saying if it doesn't get physical, I would say, you can defend yourself. I would never say sit there and let's hope people teach us something because you might get hurt by it. And hopefully it never comes to that. Cooler head should prevail. But if it does, I'm saying you do have a right to defend yourself.